Hi, this is Mandy from SunflowersandDors. Welcome back to my channel. This is only going to be a short video because I'm absolutely freezing. Today we're going to do a little bit of a challenge that Cori Darman from Creating with Scraps has put out there, and the challenge is to use up little bits of lace. So the hashtag is little bits of lace, and I will put that in the description box below. So I have a few bits and pieces to play with. I've come up with some ideas, and also I'm making a few of the things that I have seen other people make. So Tracy Fox being one of them, made some fabulous little paper, what do you call them? Paperclips. And Tracy gave a freebie on her Ko-fi to work with these, work with this challenge. And so I am going to use that, and I am going to recreate some of the things that Tracy did, and then I'm going to have a play with a few other bits and pieces. So the idea of this is that you use literally little bits of lace. We all have little bits of lace hanging around, and often, probably too often, mine go in the bin, which is really sad, because I do think, what on earth are you going to do with that piece of lace? It's just too small to do anything with. And Cori has kind of re-educated me. So I have pulled out all of my recently saved little bits of lace, and I'm going to kind of do a bit of little bits and a little bit with slightly larger bits of lace, but that is the idea. So a couple of the things Tracy made were some of these fabulous calendar bits, and I absolutely loved them. So I'm going to have a little bit of a go with those. I'm going to back them onto some thicker card, because I didn't print them off on particularly thick paper. So I want them to be quite sturdy. So I'm going to quickly back those, and then we'll go through another couple of ideas for using little bits of lace. So I hope you're all well. It really is cold here in the UK at the moment, and we are expecting colder weather again. So yeah, gosh, it really does feel exceptionally cold at the moment. And I think they said it was going to be something like about -7 tonight. So that really is going to be cold. Okay. So I'm going to pop those there for a moment and let those dry off. And I don't want them to be too thick, because if we're going to want to put them in our journals, then that is going to be one of the things that we're going to want to put in our journals as a small profile. So looking at some of the paper clips that Tracy made, all I've done with this is I've literally wrapped a piece of lace through this first hole, this first kind of section here, and I've stitched it. So I've just put a stitch across there just so that that is solid in place. And then all I've got is I've just pulled a couple of small pieces of odd bits of lace that I've got, and I've just pulled those, and I've kind of got them ready. And all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hold them down with some fabric pen at the moment, just to get some stick there, and then I can sew them, or with a sewing machine, or hand sew them. and literally it's just layering a couple of those. I've done exactly the same with this one. I have got 2 pieces of lace and fabric there, and I've popped them through this first piece here of the paperclip and sewed them. And I had one of these left over from a wedding project that I did, a wedding journal. So I decided that these again would look fabulous, and they're kind of little bits that, you know, you don't have a lot of opportunity to use them for lots of different things, but those are 2 paper clips that will literally take you seconds, and as I said, I'm going to stitch around that just to secure that, or hand sew it, but they take seconds to put together, and they look really, really cool. I think they look really cool. And all you're going to do with those is, well, I'll show you, because I'll pop one of them on here. So they were, as I said, inspired by Tracy Fox from Love Junk Journals, or Foxy Crafters and Foxy Creative. And she also did, as I said, these as a freebie in her Ko-fi. So I'll try to remember to link that in the video. But if you're on Tracy's Facebook group, then you'll have seen that anyway. So there's one there. I'll also link Cori's videos where she kicked this off. Cori's done a journal that she's going to use to put her makes in, and she's also linking it with a daily prompt list. Do you know what? I'm so unprepared. It's Meg's daily prompt list, and again, I will try to remember to link that in the description box below, but if I don't, Cori's video will actually have all of that information on it. So these, as I said, are the calendar printouts that Tracy's done. There's a couple of different formats, and I, as I said, just backed those onto a little bit of craft. It's not really card, it's more a thicker craft paper. And I'm just gonna ink around there. And then I'm gonna get my crocodile, and I am gonna put a hole in both of these. I'm gonna put one over here, and I'm gonna put one, I don't know how straight that one is actually, or how far off the thing it is. Probably should have used a piece to judge. I think that's roughly it. So I've got 2 little holes there, and on this one here I'm just going to put one on the top. And then I'm going to grab some eyelets, or grommets, whatever you want to call them, and I'm going to pop 2 of them in here. So one there, and one there, and one over here. Okay, and then with one of these, I'm going to grab some just got some jewellery wire. Get that out the way. So there's some jewellery wire here. Gosh, that's really thick. Really, really thick. Just grab one of these. I can probably use some of this actually. I'm going to cut that there. Like that. And I'm going to grab this and just straighten this up a minute. Okay, that's a bit better. And then what I'm going to do with this is grab some lace. And I thought this was a little piece that I had here. I don't know whether it's going to be too big. We'll see now if I cut it here. So, just cut that down a little bit, and I'm going to cut that a little bit. And I may even cut these, square these off a little bit just because they're different shapes. Okay, and the idea is that you're going to thread this through here. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing now. Just going to thread that through there, thread that through there, and through there. And the idea is that this will go through here like that, and this one will go through here like that, and then we'll pop this over here, just fold it across here and do exactly the same with this one. I'm going to cut a little bit more of that off just because it's too long. And then you can either tie those up, or you can just pop a little bit of tape on the back of that to keep that in place and to stop it from catching you. So that's one there. I think I might even like that more by taking this off altogether. Yeah, I do prefer that like that, I think. Let's just tidy these. So that one there like that. And again, all these pieces that I've just cut off I'm keeping. We're learning. And then for here, I thought, let's have a look at something that's got a bit of glitz or glamour. Quite like that. So I'm going to take that off there like that. And these are just little dangles that I've done a video on them before, but just little pieces. And then I'm going to grab some of these little pieces of lace that we've just pulled off. I'm not going to be overly precious about it. I'm going to grab those. I'm going to pop that through there, that through there. And you've got a little dangle there with a little bit of lace. I don't know if you can see that properly. The lighting is dreadful because it's in the night, but so you've got a little one there, and you can play with that to get it how you want it. And then you've got that one there, just a little bit of metal going through. Probably hide that off a little bit further, but they were two of the things that Tracy had made, and I thought they look super simple, and I really like the idea of those. And then these two here, again, two of the things that Tracy made, and I thought idea is fabulous, so I wanted to have a little go at those. And then the next thing I thought of was recently I made some, I made a notebook recently, and I put some of the Tim Holtz snippet pieces on top, and I really liked the look. And I thought, I wonder what it would look like with snippets of lace as the border on top of that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cover these first, and as I said, I'm just gonna, might pop some fabric tack down, and then if I need to stitch them, that's the dog, I might pop some fabric tack down, and if I need to stitch them, then I can do that separately. So let's just have a go at that first. Hey buddy, okay? He wants to go out now, but he wants to go out because he wants to eat whatever he can get his hands on. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some little snippets of lace that I have got dotted around. And again, no particular rhyme or reason or pattern. I am just popping these on here. Like that. And I'll give those a minute to settle. And I'm going to do the same on this one. So again, not too much because I don't really want my sewing machine to clog up, although I did have to change the needle today. So again, I'm just grabbing some little snippets that I've got here on the desk. Some of them are bigger than others. Some of them are more decorative. And they are literally just little snippets that I've got hanging around that I thought might look pretty cool on the tops of these. Hello. Parsley's decided he wants to come and craft with me. Okay, so that like that. And what I do like is having a little bit of a focal point. So I've got these from some scrap lace. So I'm going to pop one of these on each of the notebooks, I think, just so that they stand out a little bit more. And again, I'm not being overly precious about cutting those off. So we'll pop one on here. Now what I might do actually is I'm going to quickly stitch these two before I pop those last bits on. Okay, so I've given those a quick stitch, and I am going to pop one of these on each of them just as a focal point. Probably meant to do that one over there, and this one over here. Pop that one there, and that one there. And then I have my notebooks, which I've just made really quickly, and I'm going to glue those down on my page. Okay, let's use something else. So I'm going to glue those down on the backing like that, and then I'm going to glue this top piece down on top like that. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Just glue my notebook down first. And then that top piece will go down there then. And I've left all of the little bits of cotton and stuff that kind of has come off the sewing machine, just because I think it adds a little bit of, a little bit of cuteness, I think. So there are two, and you can cut off some of these excess bits if you want to, but two little notebooks with little bits of lace dotted all over them. If you really wanted to, you could add some additional embellishments. That's not going to stand up particularly much like that, so let's make that a bit darker. And we'll pop that down there. The light probably isn't the best to show them off here, so let me just try and play with that a second. So you've got a little notebook. The way I've done this notebook also gives you a hidden writing spot underneath it. So we've got our little notebook with little bits of lace as a nice little topper on top of there. That one there, and that one there. Can't see the colours particularly well in this lighting, which is a shame because the colours are nice and deep. But two more little things there. The next thing I looked at was I had some longer pieces of fabric, literally just some strips like this. And I recently bought off eBay a few bits and pieces, and this was one of the things that came with it. And I thought they would actually probably go really well if I just layered them and used them as like a bit of backing pattern for the key. So literally that is what I did with that. I got a ball pin, popped it through my key and popped it through the fabrics or the laces. There's a mix of two there. Pop that through there like that. And again, another type of cluster that you can just either attach to your page, or you can put it on a tag, or you can do whatever else it is you want to do with that. But again, a really simple idea for using up little bits of lace. And then I thought, okay, so I am one who absolutely loves page borders. I adore page borders. So I thought, well, why not make a lace page border? So I've got a little bit of brown craft paper here. And then I literally, again, just pulled out a load of lace pieces. Some of these are bigger than your little bit, what you would class as a little bit of lace, I suppose. But again, it's just about, probably don't need all of that there. So if I cut that off, it gives me another little bit of lace for something else. And all I'm doing is just layering these. No rhyme, no reason, no particular design or anything like that. Just popping these on here like that, and then popping all of the little pieces on just to add that little bit of extra kind of interest. Some of these have got some pearls on them. Got another one here, and you can keep, oops a daisy, you can keep layering and layering and layering. Just dropped everything in my bin. Keep layering and layering and layering to your heart's content. I am literally again going to, I think, put a quick stitch through here just to keep this on, and then I'll be back with you again. So you've got a page border. You can use it as a page border. You can use it as, sorry, I'm just going to pop that little piece down now with Fabri-Tac, just because I didn't go over it with the sewing machine because of the pearl things. So yeah, you can use it as a page border. You can use it as a pocket topper, whatever. A little piece of purple is just my glue, and that will dry flat. And then, yeah, I'm trying to find a book page to show you kind of what I mean on that. So you've got a page border there. If the brown paper isn't to your liking, you can just rip that off. You can have it as a side pocket, and as I said, you can have it as a normal pocket. Loads of different options, but these are just putting together, and not in any particular order, just all of these little snippets of lace just to make different things that you may be able to use for your journals. I particularly love these paper clips that Tracy did, and I also really like these book toppers. Really like the way that they have come out. So yeah, just a few ideas on how to use lace in your projects. There's loads and loads more ideas. Cori did some fantastic pieces with some literally she just had some real simple paper clips and the small Tim Holtz ones, and just literally tied a little bit of lace in a knot on the end, and then as you put that on to something to keep it in your journal, it just had that little bit of extra interest. So loads and loads of different options. I'm sure if you put in the hashtag little bits of lace, then you will see there are tons and tons of people who are taking part in this challenge, and they will each bring their own set of fabulous ideas. So yeah, I really do encourage you to kind of get on board and join in, because it is a lot of fun and it does make you think and take you outside of your comfort zone. So yeah, I had fun with that, and it was literally just a really short time. So I hope you found some of those ideas useful, and I would love to see some of the makes that you guys come up with. So by all means, use the hashtag. We can all then share those ideas, and if you want to leave any comments or suggestions or ideas in the box below, then I would love to see those as well. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to carry on building this up, but I will let you go, and as always I just wish you stay safe and be well, and I will catch you in the next video. So until then, bye for now.